What are you two up to right now?
We're going to the play set.
You're going to the play set. Are you still wearing?
Baby bear.
Next project. Got a couple small issues with this truck. Nothing major, just a wiring issue. There we go, small one, and a small bearing issue for the hopper box. The first issue is in this wire for the tarp. I thought it was in the connections. I cleaned the connections out really well. I'm pretty certain it's actually in the wires, so I'm gonna take this plug apart and redo the wires in there because there's something not connecting right. And in the meantime, Dad rolls in with the new to us truck. But we'll get to that in a little bit. There's the issue right there with the tarp. I'll show the camera right here. I didn't pull that apart.
You didn't pull that apart?
No, but I was pretty sure it was in this because all you had to do was touch the cord and it would make contact and work. Well, I've got a little bit of a distraction here. Apparently, Didge got in a game of something with the chipmunk, and the chipmunk's not in good shape, and the girls found it, and they want to rescue it. So, I'm just kidding. It's in better shape than I thought. So we're just gonna go this way and release it, right? Right, Isla? All right, Chippy Doodle. There you go. You got grass, and dirt, and a culvert to hide in, and trees. It'll be a good time. What did you name it? Yeah, technically Didge found it.
Yes, yeah.
But what did you name it?
I named it Squirrely.
Squirrely?
Yeah, I named it Tree.
Tree? You named a gopher a tree? A chipmunk?
No, Tree. Tree. Tricker.
So after some more examination of this piece here, the wires were shorting out. We've got a little bit of melting going on here. It's not in perfect shape, but we don't have another one. So I'm gonna recut the wires, reattach, and it's gonna work just fine. I could be an electrician. Next project, got to put a bearing in the hopper bottom over here. I noticed it a few days ago when I was lubricating the bearings. They're a sealed bearing, but I still like to spray some WD-40 on them just to kind of prevent some corrosion and try to keep them from rotting out. This one's just gone missing, so I've got a replacement here. Put that bearing in. I don't think it hurt anything to haul a few loads with it out of there, but obviously it's good to have it in there. So I'm gonna drop that in there. Shouldn't be too tough. I've never done this before, but I think what I want to do is drop this whole bracket down up here and then pull the bearing out of here. Should be able to get it in and out with that shaft still in place. I don't think I'll have to move that much. I'm gonna guess that these bolts have been in here probably since, what year is this trailer? Ew. Now everybody, please keep in mind here that I really don't have any idea what I'm doing, so... Oh, those are stuck. Let's try this. Now these two bolts that should let this bracket drop seem to be either super seized onto that aluminum or they're pressed in there and they're not supposed to come out. There are dozens of people on the internet laughing at me right now, but maybe I can just get by with taking this out. Ooh! Okay, no, I need this down, or I need that. For those of you who know what you're looking at here, I'd say pretty much for sure our old bearing is no good anymore. You okay? You alright? At least he's still got two of them. Grow up, Zach. Oh, there we go. Just had to get mad at it. Alright, we'll get the rest of the bearing off. The inner bearing, which is still Suck on the shaft here, polish it up a bit, get the new one on. After several minutes of wrestling here, this sleeve around the shaft, this is actually the inner part of the old bearing. This little set screw is stuck. I have rounded it out and I cannot move this sleeve even with a pry bar. So I'm gonna have to put a little bit of heat on there. Sometimes you gotta get the smoke wrench out. Hopefully a little bit of heat will help if I can hammer on it, break something loose. I hate these little Allen set screws. Unfortunately, even with a lot of hammering and curse words, I've been unsuccessful. I think the thing I'm dealing with is that shaft is aluminum and the inner bearing part that's stuck on there is steel, so there's been a lot of corrosion and a lot of unhappiness between the two metals. And now I've completely destroyed that set screw, so I'm just gonna go grab the drill and drill that out and then just kind of keep yelling at it and throwing stuff. I tried a screw extractor. I tried a left-hand bit. No luck, no luck. This one situation holds me back on this. Anybody else ever have those jobs where it should take you an hour and it seems like it takes you a full day? No? Me neither. Another hour later. Don't laugh. Things are moving. Just gotta get them to go the other direction. Ah, come on. Ah. That was easy. Now to just file this shaft a little bit where I did some damage to it. Clean up the mess over here. But I think I'm gonna take the easier route this time. Yeah, that was a lot easier. I should have tried that when I took it off. I did it. I should get like a prize or something, because I'm a millennial, you know? It's in there. You ever turn a 10-minute job into a 2-hour job?
A lot of times.
Yeah, I did that well. Now I'm gonna grab the four-wheeler and go check on something. I picked up a passenger. So this is the area where we need to seed down for the wetland mitigation. Seed down some different native grasses in here, also some flowers. There's some stuff for pollinators in there. We've got the seed in the shed. We need to blend that down, but I think I'm gonna come through here and hit it with the VT tool, that Mandako Storm again, just to break up the lumps and tear some of the corn. There's still a little bit of surviving corn in here, so I'm gonna do that. Isla, you wanna ride with me in the tractor? All right. Gotta move old Mini Mo out of the way here, so we can get to the VT. Isla, do you like this tractor? She does. She's just being shy. You can hear a bird chirping? Yeah, I hear a lot of them chirping. I wish they wouldn't come in here. All right, you climb up there.
That's why you always have to close the door when you're done.
You're right, you're right. I like your new tie-dye shirt. Pretty cool.
Mine is prettier than them.
It's prettier than what?
Than oxygen.
Yeah. You feel that, Isla? It's air conditioning. It's fantastic. Gotta remind myself how to use this thing again.
Dad, there was a ponytail stuck in my hair.
There was?
Yeah, I wanted to keep it so you see it.
Man, I really like this thing. It comes in handy for a lot of different things. I'm actually hoping to use this a bunch this fall and possibly till in very lightly some cover crops that we got sitting in the shed. If you guys watch enough. Is it? Some of you know that I've got a couple pallets of cover crop seed sitting in the shed. Most of it's rye. I do have some blended stuff, and I'd like to test with that. I'll show you what I'm planning on seeding with here real soon. Well, that was fun for 15 minutes, getting to drive some tractor again. Wasn't it, Isla? Yeah. On the four-wheeler. The short boss left me. The big boss came back. He's gonna back that truck out of the way that I was working on. And I'm gonna go grab our new seeder. Now this right here, this is a King Cutter S500 seeder spreader thingamajigger. Gonna hold a whole bunch of seed in here. Gonna spin the spinny thing around, spread the seed out. This is what I'm gonna use to seed that down there. I'm also gonna hopefully use this to seed some tests on cover crop that we're gonna do this fall. So this should go behind the 6175, but we'll have to take the quick hitch off because it's a category 1 3-point. But for today, I think I'm gonna try and mount it up to the Moline and spread that down there. But I'm pretty pumped. This was a massive purchase from Mills Fleet Farm. We're getting serious now. Too far.
There. Get this one in.
Block ears in. Oh, there we go. Block ears in first. Look at how handy is that? It starts up on its own. We are good to go. I'm gonna throw my seed in the bucket here. So we've got 2 different types of seed. The first bag, the big bag, is for the upland acres. And it's got all kinds of stuff in here. I'll show you here. So it's got Minnesota native blue stem, Pierre side oats grama, all kinds of stuff here. Tomahawk Indian grass, Dakota switchgrass, Mandan Canada wild rye. This one doesn't have a label on it, but I know this is got a lot of pollinator stuff, a lot of flowers in there. That is for the lower wetland area, which seems backwards to me, but I clarified it. I got my knife to open the bags, so I think I got everything I need. Let's head down there. Look at that. That is a nice mixture of seed right there. Now let's remember, okay, I want to remind you guys that I don't really know what I'm doing here. This thing's got a spreading chart on it. I'm gonna do my best to guess, and then I'm gonna see kind of where I'm at. If I got extra seed left, which I hope, because I don't want to run out too early. So if I got extra seed left, I'll have to come back around. That's awfully light. I can already see I gotta pull the pin and lower the notch a little, open the gate a little bit more, because that's quite light. Doesn't seem like I'm doing a whole lot, but I can see it coming out. The wind's messing with it a little. Kind of fun. All right, next blend. We got rid of the upland stuff. Time to throw in the wetland stuff. There's my tag. It was double bagged, so the tag was on the inside. You can see all the different stuff that's blended into there. Pretty diverse blend. That's it. Go get the roller now and roll it level. Coming in hot.
Here's Sam Husk, hard to forget, on kick.
This thing's a little unique, maybe not to rollers in general, but a little unique in the way that you got to get out, you got to pull this pin and rotate it so that the wheels, they cock one way versus the other. That way there's a field mode and a transport mode, so you can back up and it'll open up like this, but you got to do it manually on this one. And now we can put the cylinder stops in so that hopefully it can sit until next spring and we don't need it. Well, Becky and the kids went off to baseball, so I missed that. So I'm gonna come up with one more project before it starts to get dark out here. And hopefully storm, it's clearing to the west, but it was getting dark down to the south. We need some rain. The church up the road, just about a half-mile up the road from our house, has a lot of sentimental value to me. It was founded in the 1860s by the settlers that came from Sweden to this area 150 years ago. And that includes Is that right? 150 to 160? Yeah, somewhere in there. That includes my family. So unfortunately, there's not enough people around here. The services got too small. They had their last service in 2011, but they still maintain the building and the property. And I was asked to go pull a couple of dead shrubs out so that they can get to the sign and paint the sign later this week and spruce the place up a bit. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna come back and have a cold one, or 2, or 7. Dead. Dead. Well, mostly dead. Ugly. This is a much bigger shrub than I thought. I should have worn sleeves for this. I sure hope it comes out, because I don't know if I'll survive if I go in there again. That is way worse than it looks. Holy smokes. There's the first one. She's out. Came out pretty cleanly even. See how bad this one looks. Pretty much just as terrible. Well, I got half of it anyway. The second half will be easier. Get these home, dump them in the scrap pile, probably come back for that big one there. I'm gonna go back for that last one, grab that. Rumor has it Becky and the kids are coming back bringing me a cheeseburger from the bar, so I gotta go get that thing quickly to grab myself a cold one. Oh, wait, yeah, we bought a new truck. Stop, there we go. Almost forgot to tell you guys about this. So we were kind of in the market, kind of looking around for a newer truck, and we got a good buddy of ours that's a truck guy. He's been around a million trucks in his life, and he found this thing. He's kind of a truck jockey guy, but he found this 2013 579 Pete. Was a fleet return truck. Had some issues with the head, so he pulled the head off, did the head work, went through the thing, and the price was right. I don't know, I'm kind of a Kenworth guy just because that's what we've always had. I haven't actually driven this thing yet with a load behind it. I just drove it the day we went and looked at it, but Dad says it rides really nice. It's got a PACCAR motor in it, 400 and I think it was like 450, now it's 475 somehow. It's magically got more horsepower. 475 horse and 700,000 on it. Price was right, it's shiny, it's red. I like red. You know, just, we have green tractors, but I like red. We like red. Little cleaner, little newer than what I'm used to. Not that those are bad trucks, especially those T800s. We love those things, but man, it's quiet in here. So yeah, you'll see a lot more of this thing around. I'll definitely be driving it in some upcoming videos because we have about 60,000 bushels yet to go this summer for sure, and that is if we don't sell more. And it's not looking super good for selling. Okay, I gotta go get that shrub. It's gonna be a good one tonight. That's it. That's enough for me today. Last thing I'm gonna say, you may have noticed my new hat here. This hat is also available in a digital camo. It looks pretty cool, but I don't have one yet. Right now, everything in my merch store, every item that you purchase, at least up until the 4th of July at least, Farm Focused and I are going to donate $5 to the Farmer Veteran Coalition. That's something that Farm Focused and we did last year. We raised quite a bit of money for that Farmer Veteran Coalition, and what they do is they help U.S. veterans get into farming. So I personally know a veteran down the road who wanted to get into farming, and they helped him out, actually got him a Kubota tractor. He has grown his organic vegetable business. He's got a CSA now. He's doing really well. Loves what he's doing. It's great to see him going, and Farmer Veteran Coalition does a lot of that. So every item in our store, there should be a link below in the description. If not, it's mnmillennialfarmer.com. go to the merch store. Make sure you see Farm Focused. If you see Farm Focused, that's the official stuff. Everything in my store, all of my swag, there's some other YouTubers and social media farmers there as well who are doing the same thing. But check it out. $5 for every item sold, at least through the 4th of July. Okay, now for the most important thing of the day. Thanks everybody for watching, and until next time, I missed the garbage. Keep her between the rows. That's a new thing I'm trying out. What do you think?